UFC 312 is just wrapped up. Here is your full Mount MMA recap. Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya were seated together in the audience tonight.
Sama.
With final round revival, available on all UFC 312 main card fights. Back any fighter to win, and if they lose by a KO.
Speaking of Israel Adesanya, it was announced tonight that his 2019 bout against Kelvin Gastelum has been inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. Izzy won the fight by unanimous decision in what is widely regarded as one of the greatest fights in UFC history.
To the last style Israel Adesanya and Kelvin Gastelum. They will soon be immortalized forever in the UFC Hall of Fame.
Afterwards, backstage, Izzy took a moment to personally thank Kelvin for the war.
To be honest, I'm surprised I'm not crying. Hey, I'm kind of present, I'm lucid, I'm just really taking it all in. And I do feel all the emotions, but I'm just kind of grateful. And again, shout out to Kelvin. Without him, it wouldn't be possible. So this wasn't just for me, it's for me and him. Even though I won the fight, me and him won that life. So yeah, Kelvin, gracias. Thanks so much. Again, I'm just kind of present. Nothing too crazy. I'm just in the moment. Everything's in check. I'm grateful. And I'm reminiscing on what was and then thinking about what will be. I was surprised. That was fully, like when I was like, nah, Hall of Fame, I was like, couldn't be me, I'm too young. And when they said middleweights, I was like, God damn it, they got us. But again, I won't fight it, I'll accept it. If they want to honor me like that, I'll take it, and I'm grateful, very. It's dope to see even like a former opponent like DDP, my boy Michael Venom Page, my brother. My peers respect me and respect the work that I've put in, so it feels good to be seen and acknowledged. I wouldn't change anything, man. That fight, the week up leading up to that fight, things behind the scenes, everything. I wouldn't change anything because of how things turned out. And again, gratitude is my attitude. I'm just really grateful in this moment, just like taking it all in and just kind of like stepping back like, fuck, that's crazy. We'll find out, but I think it's gonna be special. Maybe then I will cry. But at the moment, I'm kind of just, again, taking it all in. It's all fresh, I'm being lucid, and I'm just like, yeah, we're here.
On the prelims, Ilia Topuria's brother Aleksandre Topuria was successful in his UFC debut. He defeated Colby Thicknesse via unanimous decision. Ilia was in his brother's corner, and Alexander Volkanovski was in Colby's corner. Following the fight, Aleksandre spoke highly of his opponent, stating that despite the loss, he believes Colby is still deserving of a UFC contract.
Let's talk about the rival. This guy was coming with he was very angry, you know, about, okay, now I have the opportunity and let's show the world that Aleksandre Topuria is not his brother. He's like, I'm better than him, now it's time, let's take the chance to use this chance to show the world who I am. And this guy was coming for the win. I was feeling that, you know, so, but I think it was a very good fight. And I think this guy deserves UFC contract. Not because I win this fight, but because I feel this warrior soul in him. You know, very good, very good. So I think that I'm nobody for say this, but I think I feel myself, I have to say. And I will ask if I have some chance to ask somebody that he deserves the UFC contract. What can I say? Great fighter, great warrior, respectful. I want to hang out with this guy. What can I say? Very good guy. He has in Spain. If you want to come, he just have to ask for my name, and they're gonna bring him in my home. And yes.
To kick off the main card tonight, Jake Matthews defeated Fransisco Prado via unanimous decision. After the fight, he called out Neil Magny.
Hey, I've been on the edge of the top 15 for a long time. I've called out Neil Magny a dozen times. Neil, come fight me. Let's get it done.
Neil Magny responded via X. He wrote, "I was itching to get back in there. Thank you, Jake Matthews. At UFC, let's make it happen." Jimmy Crute and Rodolfo Bellato fought to a majority draw. This is Crute's second majority draw in his last 3 fights, with the first coming from Alonzo Menefield back in February of 2023. Terrence McKinney initially thought that Jimmy Crute won. He followed up saying, "Fighting for 3 rounds just to get a draw and half your money. That's the motivation to end my fights early." And Kevin Ioli pointed out that Jimmy Crute looked gassed in the 3rd round. In his UFC debut, Tallison Teixeira defeated Justin Tafa via TKO 35 seconds into the 1st round. Teixeira remains undefeated at 8-0. Dana White reacted saying, #NowYouKnow. Renato Moicano thought it was the best debut for a Brazilian heavyweight ever. He adds that Teixeira will be a problem for the heavyweight division. Gilbert Burns says, "Wow." Henry Cejudo thinks Teixeira is legit. Rampage Jackson writes, "What happened? I looked down for 5 seconds." Kenny Florian says, "Hellbow for the win. Teixeira just incinerated Tafa. My goodness." And Terrence McKinney says 2 debuts with KOs in less than a minute in the 1st round tonight.
I think it could have been better. I came here and enjoyed it all throughout. I enjoyed a lot of this, and I think that propelled me and that helped me get the performance I did. I think it happened the way it should have happened. I think I worked hard, so I finished the fight at the first opportunity I could. Contender Series is actually a really tough test because there's an added pressure because you're not in the organization anymore. You can win and not get the contract, and you're not in once again. And here you're into the organization. I think the pressure is a little less. And then I don't have a problem fighting in other people's homes and fighting in their house. We just put it all together there, and we do the work so we can actually get a win at the end. So not much pressure. You just come in and you do what you need to do. Go home, relax a little bit, see what the organization is going to put us through. I think I have a lot of things to show this organization and everybody else. The job ain't done. We got a lot to do still. I'm going home. I'm going back to Bahia, specifically to Ilhéus' beautiful beach. I want to chill with the family and turn around quick and go straight to the gym because we got one.
For the co-main event, Zhang Weili defeated Tatiana Suarez via unanimous decision. Ariel Helwani thinks Zhang Weili is the best female fighter in the world. He adds that he was blown away by her performance tonight. Anthony Pettis agrees. He calls Zhang Weili the GOAT. Bilal Muhammad says Weili is so good. What a performance. James Vick reacted saying Weili must be freak strong physically to be doing this against such a high-level wrestler. It's very impressive. Derek Brunson believes Zhang Weili will be the champion for a very long time. And Henry Cejudo says Zhang Weili is a dominant force. All-time great. Respect to a legend of the sport. He followed up saying Weili needs to move up in weight and challenge Valentina Shevchenko to become a double champ. The only fight that makes sense.
I always training really hard. I want to break through and really challenge myself and make myself a better fighter. I don't care what people said, whether I'm an underdog or not. I just want to focus on myself. Joanna is kind of like my idol, I always look up to her before even I got into UFC, and now I cannot believe that I'm tied with her. I think my biggest advantage is my mentality. I think all the fighters in the top level, they already have the skill set, but the difference is whether you have the right mentality. I want to take a rest and see what will happen and then make my decision.
And for the main event tonight, Dricus Du Plessis defeated Sean Strickland via unanimous decision. Hamzat Chimaev reacted saying biggest bullshit is this fight, with yawning emojis. Bilal Muhammad reacted saying, well, let me tell you something, guys. Sean sucks. He followed up with, I can be a double champ pretty easily. Jamal Hill thought Sean was building for a late finish, and after Sean broke his nose, Jamal followed up with, and then his nose gets snapped. SMH. Alan Jouban thinks Dricus leveled up since their first fight. Henry Cejudo thinks Dricus is top 5 pound for pound in the world. He wrote, put some respect on the champion. And Kenny Florian reacted saying Dricus just dominant tonight. Too many weapons, pace, pressure, and versatility for Strickland to handle. Sean proves his toughness once again though.
And since he's standing across the octagon, is there no one else? Is there no one else? You're talking to Alex Pereira.
I'm done counting out Dricus Du Plessis. I'm done. And the truth is, we don't really know how good he is just yet because 2 of those title defenses were against a Sean Strickland that didn't really do much. He did much more in the first fight, but this fight is this is going to be the easiest title defense of his career. Sean brought nothing, and it's very disappointing because I can't imagine he ever gets a title shot ever again. his coach is imploring him to dig down deep. If, maybe we'll find out that staff was bothering him. Maybe we'll find out that something else, but like, there was never a moment where he even threatened anything different other than ones and twos. Honestly, when you're watching that, you have to remind yourself that that's a title fight.
It was like this, and you just went, and I went for like 2 minutes just trying. Yeah, dude, I broke it, and I was like, well, in the movies, they just set it back into place. I saw you try it, and I was like, wrong way, man, wrong way. You went like this. No, I felt it. I said it, and the crazy thing is, you shot on me again, and dude, your nose just touched in. I saw him when the brother. Hey, at the end of the day, man, we talk like you're bad, motherfucker. That's the one. That's the one. I gotta go to South Africa, man. I've actually been to a German once. I left. Is that your woman? Hey, I don't want I'm bloody, but you got a bad mother right there, man. I appreciate it. Whenever you're please. Toughest African I've ever met. Photo right here, really quick, guys. Thank you.
Alex Pereira confronted Dricus backstage after Dricus called him out. Alex said, "I heard you called me out." Dricus replied, "Yes." Alex said, "Make it happen," but at 2:05.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos.
Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to the leaked sparring footage of Kevin Lee getting dropped and his sparring partner stating that he didn't mean to drop him. The first one's from Mark. It says that walk-off after he hit Kevin says otherwise. The second one's from Joe T. It says, "Sorry, but that guy will never convince me that he wasn't trying to knock out Kevin Lee with that punch. It wasn't some accident." And the final one's from Bottle Coke. It says the Kevin Lee footage was his audition that got him into the GFL.
Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.